Welcome, happy Monday to our Facebook Live daily update. Got some old school for you. Some old school. You got to be from Newark, like back in the days. Colette Moses, Ella Flanger, Mo said so. Happy Monday. Willie Christmas Smith, Vonda Ralph Harrison, how are you? Tanya Johnson, Find a Way. Elizabeth Ramos, Siobhan Armstrong, Lucy Warren, y'all don't know this song. Terry Hurd, Nikki Petway Obodu, Justina Latore, how are you? Kamisha McMillan, Carla Henry, shout out to Irvington, Hold the Line, Shelly Patilla, good evening, Sharon Barber Brown, Jackie Fussell, Tiffany Williams, Rel, KR, Kiki, Craig, Urena Johnson, wow, how are you? You might know that song, Raina. Tiffany Reed, Corey Lewis, Sandra Gilchrist, Perry Kim, Diane Murray, that reminds me of old sensations in Zanzibar. Florence Jeter, Geraldine Davis, Alice Thomas, good evening. Kahia Williams, Gloria Smith Hilson, Linda Barge, how are you? Kim Armstrong, Rochelle Bailey, Raheem DJ Dallas Grant. Okay, brother. Zuma Guzman, Sharon Tompkins, Linda Hester, Paulette Johnson, Olori Lafine Oba Ade. How are you? Karima Anque, Connie McQueen, Tanya Tucker, Golden Child. That's right, find a way. We're going to find a way, y'all. We're going to find a way. Nikki Barnes, Tafshir Cosby Thomas, Fiza Shaw, Rachel Pabone, Karima Norman, Diane Scott, peace and love. Cass Severe, peace and love. How you doing? Sharon Fleming, Moody Petra, dug in the crates for this one. Old University High Party, East Clinton Place, Terry Barrett, Lorraine Heyman, Salima Imani Faye, Julia Wells, how you doing? Irian Clark, Lily Lopez. I will be up there. Ivy Hill Apartments. T. Motley. How are you? Wayne Richardson, Freeholder. Samir Mustafa. Adelia McElroy holding down the East Central Ward. D. Haviland Kinchin. Leslie Satterfield. Dorothy Gilbert Stratford, how you doing? Mahija Mayor Johnson. Yes. Paulette Davis. Karen Davis. Erica Linda Campbell, Wanda Yancey. Rashida Meggett. Henrietta Harris. Chrissy Anderson. Marianne Darby. Jovan Garrettson. Activities for kids are up. They've been up since July 8th. We've been talking about them. I'm going to say them again. July 8th. Hot day, no pools. No, the coronavirus don't add up either, Jovan. That also don't add up. Sharon Martins. Karima Anque. Amani Shakur. Peace. Teresa Osborne Coleman. Jonai Andrews. Monroe Johnson. Vernon Stark. T. Motley. Wanda Yancey. Karama Thomas. Peace. Daniela Fries and Diana Weems. Gloria Coward, Tamika Darden, how are you? E. Darrell Vaughn in the building. Lauren Mayo, Evelyn Noodles, that's right, Twin City. You don't know about Twin City. Mae McKnight, Jewel Daniels, Osborne and Shepard, we got it. Corey Lewis, Natasha Smith, Aziza Kabibi, what's going on? Maria Cesarina Castro Rivas. How are you? Paulette Davis, Luis Ortiz. That's right. Old University High School stuff. Pamela Udit. How are you? Thank you for that. Thank you. Gwen Chandler, Jennifer Ahmad, Grace Henry, Deborah Petty, Sandra Saunders Hall, Janice Williams, Takara Labati. That's right. We're getting down with the newer club music today, the back in the days ones. Aisha Loyal, Amunet Keisha Llewellyn. They don't know nothing about this. Abubakar Koyate, Reginald McClooney, how are you? Sharon Stafford Williams, thank you for that. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't know, Felicia Austin Singers, you have to give me more information. It's not clear. All politics are local. Peace. WRNU radio station. Sheila Green. Listen to my voice. I will give you counsel and God will be with you. Stand before God for the people so that you may bring the difficulties. Exodus 18:19. Henrietta Harris, thank you for that. Doris Howell. Louis Scott Roundtree. Get tested, y'all. 334 Lions Avenue. We out there. We out there. We out there. Cynthia Walcott. Elaine Hopkins. Hafisa Harris. Juliana Ferreira. Nyla Ham. Jesse Getter. Yes, sir. Flonnie Anderson. Pinky Chambers. Wanda Rout. Alexis Amber Trusty. Oh. Lily Lopez. We've been doing youth programs since July 8th. July 8th. Come on, y'all. Get on it virtually. Figure out how to be a part of what we're doing. We got kids even signing up people to do the census. Our kids are out here. They working. They got summer jobs. They're doing all kind of virtual programming. They out here. The only thing we haven't opened yet is the outdoor swimming and the stuff up at the watershed because we're being careful. You adults don't know how to act. We don't want to get the children sick because you adults don't know how to act. Annette Martinez, Donna Charles, Rita Lane, Grace Henry, Latoya Jackson. Fake ones, you need to tell me what it is. See, you can't just pontificate on this thing. If you're not going to tell, keep it to yourself. Let us know who they are and what they're doing. Habib Salam, Stephanie Brown Thomas, Jamil. Oh, I got it. St. Mary Villa, thank you. I got it. Yeah. That was Find a Way. That was old school. Rashida Megan, how are you? That's right. Old Twin City skating rink music, university high school parties, Zanzibar sensations. I'm telling my age. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. That was Newark in a different time period, y'all. Different time period. I just want to say a few things before I get into the numbers. Give other people a chance to get on. Sometimes I say it too early. They get on late, start fussing because I didn't say the numbers to them. In Texas, over 80 children were tested positive for coronavirus under the age of 1. Now you know why we haven't opened all this stuff yet. Under the age of 1, 80 children, 80 have tested positive for coronavirus. 80. Florida is still getting higher and higher, competing with Arizona for the largest number of cases in the country. It is growing, and the reason I'm mentioning Florida because I see so many people on social media posting pictures of themselves in Florida. In Atlanta, when you get off the airport, they check your temperature, they do a symptoms check, they make sure you're okay before you enter their city now, and that's because Atlanta owns the airport. I just sent a release out for the governor and Port Authority and other folks to do the same at Newark Airport when people come from those 22 different states that have unreasonable amounts of coronavirus that are very, very high, that we test these people before they leave the airport, that we check their temperature, that we go through a symptoms check, that we do everything that we can to make sure that they're entering and that we advise that they have to wear a mask and that we advise that they have to quarantine for 14 days or go to a testing site immediately. We want them to do this at the airport. If you agree with that, I would love for you to call the governor's office and ask him to make Newark Airport, the Port Authority, begin to check people as they come into the city of Newark from the 22 different states. I want to remind you that when the coronavirus first hit and it was in Wuhan in China, the airplanes that were coming in the East Coast were landing at Newark Airport. This was happening in February. At that time, the airport, in fact, checked every person getting off the plane from China. They checked everyone getting off the plane from China. They did a physical check. They did a temperature check. They did a symptom check. They made them fill out a form, a questionnaire. They did all of these things. And if you didn't do well, They sent you to the hospital. If you was found positive, they quarantined you themselves. This is what happened in February. This is when they were telling us that the only threat that we had was from people coming in from China. They were wrong. There were people common sense would tell you that people could leave China, go to Europe or go somewhere else and then fly in from there to the United States. But anyway, that's water under the bridge. We are in New Jersey, 13,000 deaths later in the state of New Jersey. We have to reinstitute that as people come into our airport from 22 different states. We want you to call the governor's office and let them know that you agree with the mayor that everybody coming into the airport from them 22 states before they enter the city, they must do a symptom check. They must do a temperature check. They have to fill out the questionnaire. If they look sick, they must go to the hospital, go to the doctor. And everybody should be quarantined and wear a mask and urged to go test immediately. That's what we want them to do as they enter our city. This is how the coronavirus began to enter Newark. This is why the CDC is suggesting that you wear masks, because if people test positive and we isolate them, if everybody wore a mask, then we can isolate the virus and then the virus won't grow or spread, I should say, any more. When we first got cases in Newark, the initial cases came from people who, in fact, did not live just moved to the city of Newark or lived here and worked in New York City. Let me say that again. The first cases we got in Newark were people who worked in New York City. First cases we got in Newark were people who worked in New York City and moved to Newark or live in Newark and worked in New York City and have not lived here for a very long time. And that is not to say anything disparaging about those folks. What it is saying is it provides us a pattern, a starting point for us to begin to understand that we have to check people as they enter our city. And as you go to these 22 states that the governor outlined, that you in fact quarantine yourself. And if you have your friends are posting on your page of them having a good time in Florida, in Alabama, in North Carolina, in Atlanta, that you urge them to social distance when they come back. And when they come back, I would urge you not to be around them unless they've social distanced for 14 days or have taken a test. Add Texas to that too, because as I said, for the newcomers, there have been 80 cases in Texas of children with the coronavirus under the age of 1. So right now, the West and the South are leading the state in the rise in coronavirus cases and is moving out of control. I remember a month ago when Florida was opening up and everybody was going to Florida. There was people who left from up here because we weren't opening up and going to Florida, thought we were doing the wrong thing, talking negative about the mayor and the governor. Some of them still doing that. But 2 months ago, man, I was getting beat up pretty bad because of all of the things we were doing. Now Florida is totally out of control, totally out of control. Is the epicenter of the world, has more cases than 100 different countries. Florida has more cases than 100 different countries in the world, right? And its death rate, a corona death rate has risen over 80%. Folks, we don't want to be there. By the grace of God, and thank all of you that we were there. New York and New Jersey started off there. In Newark, we started off at a 68% infection rate. 68% positivity rate, 68% positivity rate in Newark. That's what we started at. We started there. On Friday, I'll give you the new number. We're at about 5% now. It is a considerable drop, but it is not low as we need to be. We need to be at 2%. Then we get the 2% goal, we'll set another goal. But right now, our initial goal is 2%. We got enough people on now, y'all. So today's positive cases in Newark are, hold on, 0. Today's deaths in Newark are 0. We have no positive cases today and no new deaths today. No positive cases, no new deaths. That's the second time we had no new positive cases and no new deaths. No new positive cases, no new deaths. No new positive cases, no new deaths. New Jersey, The number of state positive cases are 1,706, excuse me, 176,963 positive cases, and which is 129 more than yesterday, and we are not on that list. The number of state deaths is 13,741 cases, 12 more than yesterday, and we're not on that list. 176,963 positive cases the state has, which is 129 more than yesterday. The state deaths are at 13,741, 12 more than yesterday, and we are on neither of those lists by the grace of God, and thank God for the work he's doing in our city, and thank all of you for doing what you're supposed to do. Now, before I move on, there are a number of establishments in Newark who are keeping our positivity rate at 5%, and it may increase if we don't check these people, right? So the three areas of the city that are driving our positivity rate up is zip code 07104, which is parts of the North Ward. It is not the whole 07104. We're going to narrow it down for you to let you know where all you residents over there, the 07104, and you need to wear masks. Everybody does. And you need to tell those folks at Marbella to stop having parties over there. We're going to shut them down. The second place is 07105, which is the East Ward. 07105, which is the East Ward. The third highest cases are in 07112. 07112, which is the Weequahic section of the South Ward. The Weequahic section of the South Ward, beginning past Hawthorne Avenue, all the way over the hillside, up to the Irvington border, down to Elizabeth Avenue, right? All the way over to right there, what was that, Hayes Circle, all the way over to Hillside at that point. So we have to do better. 07112, 07112 Weequahic section. That's exactly where I live. And I'm going to tell you why these things are happening. They have these house parties that are out of control. People are coming into these house parties. They're not masked. They think this thing is over. They're having wild house parties. We shut one down on Renner Avenue yesterday. And if you're listening and you're on Renner Avenue, if you're at that house, I would advise you not to continue those parties because the next step is to begin to get the prosecutor's office to cite you for violating the governor and the city's executive order. And you don't want to have that problem. Shut it down. Be patient. You guys have to have some discipline and wait until this thing is down before you have these wild parties. And that's all over the Weequahic section. They're having graduation parties, all kind of events. Have to stop it. Block backyard events. And, you know, listen, we don't mind if you have a backyard cookout, a family event, but you have to do it responsibly, socially distanced. Don't share utensils. We put a video out. Don't share glasses. Don't do all of those things. Be reasonable and fair, right? Keep in mind that you're not just protecting yourself, but you're protecting the residents of our community. Now, the South Ward, the Weequahic section, is the third highest positivity rate in the city, is Newark's Weequahic section, South Ward. The second highest positivity rate is the East Ward. Now, I'm going to tell you, there are places down there like Bona Braza that we shut down today, had a big giant party festival DJ yesterday. Delicious Dominios is another spot. There are other places we're going to catch them. Listen, I just sent a letter out. They'll be delivering that letter to all of these businesses and restaurants that serve liquor and alcohol. Today and tomorrow, you'll get a letter. It's basically going to say, if you violate the city's executive order or the state's executive order by basically turning your outside dining into a party, a festival, event with a live DJ, a singer, and serving liquor and having crowds with no social distancing, we're going to shut your business down for a week first. That's the first thing. We're not warning you because consider this the warning. Consider the letter the warning. Because what you're going to do is force us all to go back to close these businesses down just so you can have 2 or 3 days of a party. So we're going to close you down for a week. If you continue to violate that, we're going to work to take away your alcohol license permanently. Let me repeat that. We're going to close your business down for a week first. If that does not deter you, we're going to move to suspend, take away your alcohol license, your ability to practice or sell alcohol in the city of Newark indefinitely. That's what we're going to work to do. I didn't even mention the prosecutor's office getting involved to cite you for violating the state's executive order. In Newark, what we're going to do is take away your license, and we're going to close your business for a week. That's the first thing we're going to do. And we're starting doing that today. So they're out there today. If they catch you today, I know Marbella, you had a singer that you brought in yesterday, last night. You had a singer there. It'll get out. People are going to say the mayor is picking on you. I am picking on you because what you're doing is jeopardizing everybody in the North Ward who is, by the way, leading us in positive infection rate. If you do not stop, we will close the business down. It's the same thing for the two places that I mentioned in the East Ward. We will close you down, period. And all of these places that are having these parties in their backyard and all these other kind of things, listen, what's going to happen, because I don't want the police to come wrestle with you. They're going to come, make you stop. But what they're going to do is deliver a summons to the owner of the house so that you have to appear before the prosecutor and talk to them about why you are violating the governor's and the city's executive order. This is serious. We do not want to be Florida. We do not want to be Texas. We do not want to be Alabama. We do not want to be Georgia. We do not want to be any of these places. We do not. And in order for us to do that, we have to be strict on you. And we're going to continue to enforce this thing until we get this thing down to 2%. So there are two things that I did today. I sent the correspondence out to the governor's office and Port Authority about checking people coming into our airport. The second thing is I put on notice all these restaurants that serve liquor that are having these festivals and parties and events, that if they don't indeed stop, we're going to revoke their liquor license. Those two things I did today. Is necessary to do. I don't care if you're angry. I don't care if you're upset. I don't care if you voted for me. I don't. Last time, if you're my friend, if we went to college together, school together, the people's lives in the city are more important than all of the above. And I'm going to stand on that to the end. Now, the only way that we continue in the direction that we going in is to wear our masks, because the social distancing in some instances is difficult for us to social distance. First of all, it's too hot outside anyway. If you have to be outside, God help you, but you should be inside if you can. If you're around people wearing masks, if you get a chance to move away from people to be by yourself, take the mask off, breathe a little bit, take some inhales, exhales. You don't need to be wearing a mask all day in this heat. And so that means you shouldn't be around crowds of people in this heat. Find the time to walk away from them. Walk away. You need some silent time, some individual time, some solace. Walk away from them. Pull your mask down. Breathe a little bit. But if you're around people, you have to wear the mask. Repeat. The CDC is now saying that if we wear a mask, if every American put on a mask, if we wore the mask for 4 to 6 weeks only, we could halt the coronavirus altogether. 4 to 6 weeks. And that goes against all these conspiracy theories, because if the conspiracy was to force us to wear masks indefinitely, right? Force us to stay in the house indefinitely, like force us to be scared of this coronavirus, then they wouldn't put this out, because what they're telling us in essence is that we can beat the virus. We can destroy it. We can dismantle it. We can cripple it. We can send it about its business. And it will only take us 2 months to do so. It would only take us 2 months. 2 months. If we did this in 2 months, we could get rid of the coronavirus. We could disable it. We could stop the spread. If every American wore a mask for 4 to 6 weeks, we could disable this virus. We could eliminate it altogether. We could halt its spread, right? So because I'm not in all of the states in the union and I don't have any control over what's going on there, I'm appealing to Newark residents. I'm appealing to Newark residents. And if you live in Irvington and Orange and East Orange, I'm appealing to you too. Hillside and Elizabeth and all the places around us, and Harrison and Kearney, all the places around us. Wear your mask. Wear your mask. Let's just wear our mask for 4 to 6 weeks. Let's put the CDC to the test. If you don't believe it, let's test it. Let's wear a mask. It's not going to kill you. Let's wear a mask for 4 to 6 weeks. If you need to be by yourself because you can't breathe, take the mask off and go by yourself somewhere, breathe a little bit, get some air, and then we go around other people, put it back on. 4 to 6 weeks, Newark. We can do it. We can do it for 4 to 6 weeks and knock this virus out. We can do it. Join me in making it happen. I want to shout out DJ Little Man and all the young people that are making these crazy, outrageous, beautiful, outstanding videos to teach us and the young people to wear the mask. The latest one I put up on my Instagram page is crazy. Those young ladies did an awesome video. He also is putting together an official video about wearing a mask that I had the pleasure of watching them develop and create yesterday. It'll be out shortly for us to encourage us to mask up. And the books say a child shall lead them. And I think if the young people take this over and they spread it and they make it cool for everybody to wear masks, and maybe they can teach their mother and their father, their auntie and their uncle, their grandmother, their grandfather to put on the mask and stop getting on social media trying to find ways to not wear a mask. If our young people can convince us to wear a mask, then maybe we will, in fact, do it. If you are still have any ideas for us, you can still send those ideas. The Mask Up Newark social media campaign. We have a whole bunch of these things that you can post on your page. Go to our NewarkCovid19.com, NewarkCovid19.com /docs/massup, or go to NewarkCovid19.com. You'll find it. NewarkCovid19.com. You can pull out the media cards. Help us to advertise wearing a mask. Just grab it right off of our website, NewarkCovid19.com, NewarkCovid19.com. Get a social media card and you can post it on your page. Please do that for us. Help us. You can do your part by posting this out. Make it go viral in Newark. Everybody wear their mask. Heck, make it go viral in New Jersey. If we get everybody in New Jersey to wear their mask, we one step closer to where we need to be. You can still send your photos of yourself wearing a mask, of your family, and everything you want to do to our Mask Up Newark, one word, Mask Up Newark at newarknj.gov, Mask Up Newark at newarknj.gov. We taking slogans, we taking pictures, we taking everything that you want to submit to us to help us convince people that they, in fact, need to wear a mask. Pop-up testing. Right now, we're on Lyons Avenue at Newark Regional Day School. If you know anybody around Lyons Avenue, you can tell them to go to Regional Day School on Lyons Avenue. We'll be there to 8 p.m. We'll be there to 8 p.m. We'll be there to 8 p.m. Newark Regional Day School online. That's 334 Lyons Avenue. Right there testing right now. So if you just came from Texas or Florida or Arizona or any of those 22 states, take yourself to Newark Regional Day School, 334 Lyons Avenue, and get tested. Tomorrow, we'll be at Betty Shabazz Village. We'll be at Betty Shabazz Village tomorrow. Betty Shabazz Village tomorrow. Wednesday, we'll be at the Colonnades, 25 Clifton at the Colonnades. Thursday, we'll be at Bloomfield and Garside testing. Bloomfield and Garside. All these testing sites start at 3 and end at 8. Friday, we'll be at George Washington Carver Elementary School Playground. George Washington Carver Elementary School Playground. Can't miss it. George Washington Carver Elementary School Playground this Friday. Grab all them Weekway residents, pull them out there. We need to get ourselves tested in the Weekway section. We got to do better. Monday, we're going to be at King's Family Restaurant. King's Family Restaurant, Monday. King's Family Restaurant on Monday. Giving tests on Monday, 3 to 8. On Wednesday, we'll be at Science High School. Science High School on Wednesday, Science High School. And Friday, we'll be at JFK Recreational Center. JFK Recreational Center Friday. JFK Recreational Center on Friday. Please go to these pop-up sites. Get yourself tested. And while you're there, you can also do the census, 2020census.gov. If you're getting calls, answer the phone. Please help us get this census done, 2020census.gov. Or call 844-330-2020. 844-330-2020 in Spanish, 844-468-2020, 844-468-2020 in Portuguese, 844-474-2020, 844-474-2020, and Creole, 844-477-2020, 844-477-2020. Still giving out food. On Wednesdays, we give out the food, put the names, the address, the people who need food, put it up on this page, or DM us or inbox us, and we'll get the food to you on Wednesday. I know there are people that are still trying to get those cards that we owe. We're getting them to you. Be patient. We'll get them to you. Summer Fun Movie Night. Tomorrow we'll be in Military Park at 7 p.m. They're showing Knives Out. Wednesday, July 22nd, down at Kretschmer Elderly. It's a movie called Going in Style. Starts at 7 p.m. It's free, social distancing, must wear your mask, bring your chairs, bring your blankets, do all of those things. You can also go to our website and look at all of the virtual activities that we have for young people in the city. All of the virtual activities that we have for young people in the city. Go to the city's website, pull up all of the virtual activities that started July 8th. Couple of virtual meetings you should know about. This Wednesday, July 22nd, if you live in the West Ward, we're finally going to begin redeveloping the Pabst Blue Ribbon site that's been abandoned for God knows how long. It's a community meeting about the Pabst Blue Ribbon site. You can learn more about it. It's 7 o'clock on the City of Newark's Facebook page. This Facebook page right here, 7 p.m. Wednesday, July 22nd for the Pabst Blue Ribbon site. Thursday, the next day, the 23rd, there is a discussion called the State of Communities of Color Virtual Town Hall discussion. I'll be on there with Angela Rye, Color of Change, Rashad Robinson, with Jackson, Mississippi Mayor Chokwe Lumumba, Stockton, California's Mayor Michael Tubbs, Compton, California's Mayor Asia Brown, to address issues facing our communities and communities of color. Thursday, July 23rd. You can check it out. You could also see it at 11 a.m. live on our Facebook page. 11 a.m. July 23rd, Thursday, on our Facebook page. You will be able to see incredible discussion with Angela Rye, Rashad Robinson from Color of Change, Jackson, Mississippi, Chokwe Lumumba Mayor, Stockton, California Mayor Michael Tubbs, Compton, California Mayor, incredible woman doing a great job, Asia Brown in Compton, California. Tune into that. Community cleanup this Saturday, July 25th, the South Ward. We starting all over again. South Ward, community cleanup, South Ward. You can get the supplies again at Clinton Avenue Soundstage or the Bo Porter Sports Complex on Lyons Avenue. Clinton Avenue Soundstage on Peshon or Bo Porter Sports Complex from 8:30. You can pick those supplies up. It's this Saturday, the 25th. South Ward, we back in business, South Ward. Night collection for Zone A. Hopefully you know your zone. If not, go to the city's website, go to the DPW page. You can see the zone. It'll begin in 2 weeks, right? It's Monday and Thursday, and beginning August 2nd, you will need to put out your garbage the night before, 6 p.m. and 10 p.m. So that means putting it out on Sunday and Wednesday nights. Please follow our City of Newark Department of Public Works Facebook page for regular updates, and I'll remind you up here as much as I can. Department of Public Works Facebook page, Newark, City of Newark Department of Public Works Facebook page, and you'll get the information about Zone A garbage collection in 2 weeks coming, August 2nd. August 2nd. Let me get on here. Yep. Okay. Happy early birthday to you, Felicia. Happy early birthday. Happy. No bars should be open. Yo, the party pro. No bars are open for inside seating. No restaurants, no businesses, period, are open for indoor seating. No restaurants, no businesses over for indoor seating. None. Nobody should be open. If you know people that are open up, then you should let us know. You should let us know. Thank you for that, Gigi. I am worried about our residents wearing masks. I'm going to always be worried about them wearing masks. I'm worried about the cops wearing masks too. One does not outweigh the other. So you should tell the residents to wear masks. You should tell the cops when you see cops not wearing masks, you should tell them to wear a mask too. Everything is not a fight. You got to get rid of negativity. We get on here looking for negativity, looking to fight. Do some push-ups, woosah, pray, whatever it is you need to do. When you come on here, we're looking for solutions. Tell the cops to wear the mask. The residents should wear masks. Store owners should wear masks. Teachers should wear masks. Doctors should wear masks. People working on your street should wear masks. Sanitation workers should wear masks. People in the restaurant should wear masks. You should wear a mask. Your mama, your cousin, your aunt, your uncle, all of us should wear a mask. Every last one of us. That includes police. That includes fire. That includes EMS. That includes everybody. Nobody is exempt from wearing a mask. If you see a cop not wearing a mask, be a resident. Be a community person. Engage them and say, I was watching the mayor's Facebook Live update, and he said police officers need to have on their mask too. Tell them to wear a mask. Be a resident. Don't just come up here and fuss about them not wearing masks. Tell them they're not wearing a mask. Tell them they're not wearing a mask. Tell them, police officers, you need to put on a mask. Everybody need to wear a mask. You too, Gigi. You need to wear your mask. If you see a cop, tell them to wear a mask. Don't walk past them and say, oh, I can't wait to get on the mayor's Facebook page so I can show them up and tell them the cops ain't wearing masks. Everybody needs to wear a mask. Everybody. Mask up, Newark. If we did it for 4 to 6 weeks, we can curb the corona. We can halt the coronavirus here in the city of Newark. And that includes the police officers too, as well. Also, police need to be wearing a mask just like everybody else. God bless y'all. God speed to you. A little late today. 0 new cases, 0 new deaths today in the city of Newark. Godspeed. Keep it up. Mask up, Newark.